Distinctive Features of Carnatic Music, Part 7. Musical Instruments. Welcome to the lecture series on Carnatic music. In this session, we will be discussing about another distinguishing feature of Carnatic music. Musical instruments are used to generate music and are moderated by a musician so as to get desired audio effects. They play an exceptional role in the field of music, and it's always a different experience to play any musical instrument. The music created by the instruments, when played, is unconditionally harmonious and musical. The subject of Indian instrumentation is one of absorbing interest. India possesses a rich variety of musical instruments. There are as many as 500 of them, each with a distinct name, shape, construction and technique of play. Instruments of varying degrees of loudness, compass and tone color are met with. Almost all the types representatives of the stringed, wind and percussion groups are seen here. The musical instruments of India have been so devised as to fully serve the needs of her highly developed melodic systems. Except for the Western harmony, all other features of an advanced system of music are seen in India. The tambura is an instrument that acts as a drone in all the Carnatic concerts. Some of the most commonly found accompanying instruments that are in use today can be classified into rhythm instruments. This includes mridangam, tubble, ghatam and ganjira. Melodic instruments. This includes Veena, Violin, Flute and Nagas Forum. Let us discuss each one of it. Rhythm instruments. Mridangam. Mridangam is the most popular and primary percussion instrument of Carnatic music concerts. The body of the mridangam is scooped from a block of wood. Jackwood, redwood, margosa, the core of coconut tree or any other wood similar to that are used. The right face of the mridangam is smaller than the left face. The left face consists of two rings. The outer one is made of buffalo skin and the inner one of sheep skin. The two faces are fastened to leather hoops wherein 16 interspaces are provided. Leather straps are tied from end to end and these straps pass through the interspaces. The right side of the mridangam is tuned to the Adhara Shadja. The pitch of the mridangam is regulated by downward and upward strokes with a small hammer on the hoops at suitable points. Small cylindrical wood blocks are kept in between the leather straps for tightening or loosening them to make adjustments in Shruti. A paste of semolina and water is applied in the center of the left face while playing the instrument. This paste helps in maintaining an octave relationship with the Adhara Shadja of the right side. The instrument is played with the two hands, wrists and fingertips. Ghatam. It is the mud pot which is used to provide rhythmic accompaniment in concerts of Carnatic music. The mouth of the ghatam is open and is somewhat narrow compared to the mud pots used for domestic purposes. The clay used for making the ghatam is mixed with iron filings and baked. Strong, durable and resonant ghatams are made in Bandruti and Manamadurai in South India. It is played with the two hands, wrists, 10 fingers and nails. The mouth of the pot is sometimes pressed against the stomach of the performer and resounding strokes are given. Sometimes the pot is held in a horizontal posture, the mouth facing the audience. The instrument, towards the close of a rhythmic solo, is thrown up in the air and caught successively in consonance with rhythm. In fact, this is the only concert instrument wherein the holding posture is changed in the course of play. Finger strokes are given at the neck, center and the bottom of the outer surface. A very high degree of speed is possible on this instrument. It is an instrument made of single homogeneous material and has no detachable parts. The pitch of the ghatam is determined at its make. In Carnatic concerts, the ghatam occupies a place of honor as an important upatalavadya or secondary rhythmic instrument. Ganjira. Ganjira is one of the most ancient percussion instruments of India. It is used all over India as an accompaniment to folk and devotional music. In South India, the Ganjira has attained the status of an upatalavadya. The Ganjira is a one-sided drum which has a circular wooden frame of 8 to 9 inches in diameter and 3 to 4 inches in depth. Usually, Jackwood is used for the frame. Over this frame is trained a thin skin of Varanus, a reptile of the lizard family, on one side and glued to the wall of the frame, while the other side is left open. In the frame, there are 3 to 4 slits into which are fixed small discs which jingle when the instrument is played. In addition, small clusters of ankle bells are suspended from hooks on the frame. The instrument is held in the left hand and played with the fingers of the right hand at a very high speed. Tubble. The tubble is a membranophone which is the main drum used in the Nagas Forum band. Tubble has been listed as one among the 32 important musical instruments meant for temple rituals. Tubble consists of a barrel-shaped shell hollowed out of a solid block of wood. The skins on the 2 sides are stretched and stitched over hoops made of 6 bamboo sticks bundled together. These hoops are fastened to the shell by means of leather thongs interlaced. The right head is played by the right hand, wrist and fingers, and the left head is struck with a stick held in the left hand. Melodic instruments. Veena. The veena is a classical instrument of India. It is the instrument par excellence for rendering Indian music and rightly occupies the first and the most honorable place amongst Indian musical instruments. It is the instrument associated with Saraswati, the goddess of learning. The veena consists of a large pear-shaped bowl called kudam in Tamil. It is hollowed out of a single block of wood, mostly jackwood. At its center is the main bridge of wood. There is a side bridge which is an oar of metal. The bowl is separated from the stem by a projecting ledge of ivory. The stem is of the same wood as the bowl and is hollowed out thin. A flat piece of thin wood covers its entire top. The stem is broad at the bowl end and gradually tapers towards the other end. Running along each side of the stem are 2 ledges made of wax-like substance, and on these ledges are fixed the 24 frets. The frets are half-round bars of about 1/6 inch in thickness and are of bronze, brass or silver. The stem leads on to the neck and its tip is carved into the head of a yali, a weird animal. On the underside of the stem, near the neck, is fixed a hollow gourd which serves both as a rest and a resonator. The Veena has 7 strings, 4 main strings for playing music, and 3 side strings for sounding the drone notes and keeping time. The Veena is held in a horizontal position across the player's knees and played. Sometimes the instrument is held vertical, the bowl resting on the thigh and played. The forefinger and the middle finger of the left hand are used to stop the 4 main strings on the frets, while the corresponding fingers of the right hand twang these strings alternately near the bridge. The compass of the Veena extends over 3.5 octaves. Tanjavur, Mysore and Lucknow are the chief manufacturing centers for Veena. Violin. The violin is a very lightweight instrument. Different kinds of wood are used for the manufacture of the different parts in order to give strength to the violin and at the same time maintaining the light weight of the instrument. This instrument consists of many parts like the neck, scroll, fingerboard, sound post, F-holes, bridge, strings, tailpiece and bow. The 4 strings of the violin from the bowing end are tuned respectively to Madhyasthayi Panchama, Madhyasthayi Shadja, Mandharasthayi Panchama and Mandharasthayi Shadja. The pegs are used for lightening or loosening the strings, thereby increasing or decreasing the pitch. The bow is held on the right hand, the thumb resting near the base of the nut so as to avoid slipping of the bow up and down. The index finger should slightly press the bow. The little finger relieves the pressure and the middle 2 fingers helps in the process of bowing as a whole. The bowing should always be between the bridge and the fingerboard. Nagas Forum. The Nagas Forum is the most widely heard musical instrument in South India. One can hear it in all temples and marriage festivities. It is called Rajavadya or the king of instruments. The Nagas Forum belongs to the family of wood-wind instruments. It consists of a wooden conical bore enlarging downwards which is made of ebony. The Nagas Forum has 7 finger holes and 5 other holes at the bottom which serve as controllers. The pitch of the Nagas Forum is determined during manufacture and depends on the length of the instrument. The technique of playing Nagas Forum is a complex one. However, here the semitones and quarter tones are produced by skillful adjustments in the pressure of the air blown. Since the air is blown through reeds, the volume of the sound is more. This instrument is considered as the most auspicious one in temples. Flute. comes under the category of wind instruments. Wind instruments are those in which the sound is produced by setting a column of air in vibration inside a tube. The Indian flute consists of a simple cylindrical tube of uniform bore closed at one end. The length of the flute is 14 inches. The cross section of the tube may be 3/4 of an inch. The mouth hole is pierced at a distance of 3/4 of an inch from the closed end. Flutes with larger cross sections will have a thin tone. The concert flute made of bamboo is held horizontally with a slight inclination downwards. The two thumbs are used to hold the flute in position. 3 fingers of the left hand, excluding thumb and the little finger, and 4 fingers of the right hand, excluding thumb, are used for playing on the 7 finger holes. The flute is played by blowing air obliquely against the mouth hole. The variations in pitch are caused by changing the length of the air column by closing and opening of the finger holes. The flute is a monophonous instrument and can cover 2.5 octaves. It is a popular solo instrument and also is associated with Lord Krishna. Indian musical instruments, like any other attribute, represents India's diversity. It is the auditory art of India which explains many of the material aspects of the people. Thus, it is very distinct from this session that the instruments in India range from the most primitive ones to the most sophisticated ones. The instruments explained above are considered the primary ones, apart from which there are several others that will be explained in the future sessions. Thank you.